Well, first of all, many Greek Americans want to reconnect with their roots. They want to reconnect with Greece. They've been raised and born abroad, and they feel this need to reconnect with Greece, especially when they have come over the years for summer holidays and whatnot. And I'm talking from experience, by the way, because I've been living for more than 25 years outside of my own country. So pretty much I've lived outside of my own home country for half of my life. So I know that sentiment very well. I know that feeling of wanting to reconnect with your roots. And I can't tell you how many Greek Americans I have met over the summer, that they were here in Nashville, by the way. And I have met them, and we have spoken about those thoughts and those ideas of actually coming back to Greece, okay? And not only that, I have met many Greek Americans who have actually invested here in the area. I have met plenty of Greek Americans who are doing something positive here in Greece, okay? Yes, by investing in certain things and certain industries here in Greece. And, you know, they feel this need to reconnect with Greece. And I'm telling you this from experience of meeting these people in the flesh. It's not just through emails. It's not just through messages on Instagram. It's not just through Zoom calls that I have done with many of them, but in person. So I was not aware that this was going to happen when I started this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel started just to share my life as a foreigner here in Greece. Little did I know that a lot of Greek Americans will be reaching out to me in order to see what life really is here in Greece, because it looks like I can be like a bridge through my content and through these videos between life abroad and what really life is here in Greece. And, you know, I feel a sense of responsibility to actually share that with them, because most of these Greek Americans do not even speak Greek. And you have to understand that they are foreigners. I mean, they have Greek names. They are being raised in a Greek family abroad, but they feel this disconnect with Greece. And I understand that, because as someone who lives abroad, I feel that myself. I feel that, yeah, it would be nice for me to go back to my hometown. It would be nice to go to my home country and be there and speak my language and all of my roots and all of the culture that made me as a person, right? Because I still have those roots. That will never change. I will always be Daniel from Venezuela. It just happens that I live here in Greece, and Greece has adopted me as a, you know, just another person that lives here, right? But this is a real sentiment that a lot of Greek Americans have, and I totally feel for them, because they want to reconnect with Greece, and they are as a foreigner can get. When I have met them in person, and the way they talk and they communicate, they're Americans, okay, with Greek roots, obviously. And it's the same as with me. I'm from Venezuela, but, you know, even though I have the culture and I still have the roots and all of this, my way of life is more Greek than Venezuela, because I've been living here in Greece for many, many years. And I have lived abroad for many, many years, for that matter. So it's actually very multicultural in my case, and everybody has their own story, their own journey. But people that live abroad understand this sentiment very well, and they want to reconnect with their roots. And this is one of the main reasons why a lot of Greek Americans want to relocate here to Greece. Lifestyle plays a big role as well. It's one of the main reasons why a lot of Greek Americans want to move here to Greece. When I meet Greek Americans from New York, for example, the lifestyle in New York compared to living here, for example, in a small town like I live, it's just the difference between night and day. You can't even imagine the difference in lifestyle. And Greece as a whole, when you compare it to the American lifestyle, it's just completely different. You know, Greece is a Mediterranean country, so the lifestyle here is way different. And it's one of the reasons why many Greek Americans want to come and relocate here, for the more chill out lifestyle. Okay. And yes, you know, it has different things that Americans might not experience, especially if you're Greek and you've been raised in a Greek tradition. You know, when you are in Greece, you're just going to be part of your roots, of your traditions. And that includes the lifestyle, you know. And what do I mean by that? Well, simple things like going for a siesta after having lunch, just enjoying the simple things that the Greek culture has, which is part of the lifestyle, you know, going for a coffee and just sitting down with your friends or family, just enjoying the simple pleasures of life, all right? And this is something that a lot of Greek Americans want to experience beyond experiencing that only on summer holidays or when they travel here to Greece for a short period of time. And again, all of these things that I'm saying here, I am talking about it because I have spoken to Greek Americans in person, in the flesh, over the summer when they were here on holiday. So lifestyle plays a big role. If I'm a foreigner and I moved here to Greece for the lifestyle and for the quality of life, then of course Greek Americans being born and raised in America want to experience that. And when they see these videos, they want to see it that is possible for them, because this is what they have been saying. Okay? Like, how is it possible that a foreigner over there in Greece is living that lifestyle, okay, which, by the way, is not glamorous. I'm just a regular guy. I just happen to shoot YouTube videos and share this with you guys here, but I'm not here on a yacht. I'm not here saying like, hey, you know what I mean? It's just a regular guy who has a family. I'm an average. If you see me in the streets, and I wouldn't be doing YouTube videos, you will think that I'm just a regular Greek guy with a family, and I am. I just share my thoughts here on YouTube and share my life. But I am as average as it gets when it comes down to the Greek lifestyle. I have kids. I live here. I'm a family man. You know, I have Greek values in my home. Yes, because I'm married to a Greek, and because I love the Greek culture and I love the Greek lifestyle. You know, and I want to do something for it. I want to contribute, even if it's just by doing this type of videos, by the way. All right. And it's something that I understand that a lot of Greek Americans want to experience that lifestyle. And of course there's many doubts. There's a lot of fear because they've been told that life here in Greece is hard. And obviously when they see me doing this type of videos, and yes, I do emphasize on the positive. Sorry to let you down for those of you who want me to emphasize on the negative side of Greece. This is not the channel for you. But when they see me doing the things that I do, and you only get to see a small portion of my life, okay? These YouTube videos last 10 minutes. You don't see the rest of my day and what I do and how hard I work in order for me to have the time to do this type of videos. So when you see me going for a swim, when you see me doing this type of videos, okay, walking around, enjoying myself in this beautiful town, you might judge me and think that this is all I do. And that's fine, right? And do I want to portray that? Well, maybe, I don't know. But at the same time, this is a lifestyle that I enjoy. And this channel, never forget this channel is called My Greek Lifestyle. And you can have yours as well. Obviously, family bonds are really important. For a lot of people that live in America that have Greek roots, some of their relatives are still alive. And if that's you, you're a lucky one, because most of my family members have passed away. My father, my grandmother just recently passed away. And, you know, when I look back and I rewind now in my life, and I'm going to be 50, and I think to myself like, wow, okay, so that's it. You know, I don't have any more family members in Venezuela. This is where I come from, by the way, if you don't know that. I have a cousin and an aunt in Venezuela, but that's about it. You know, so my whole family lives abroad. And at the same time, many of them have already passed away. So I don't have many family in Venezuela. I don't have family really in Venezuela, and it's a real shame when you think about it. So it's a part of me that is slowly dying, in the sense that my family bonds in Venezuela, they just pretty much just evaporated over time. Sorry, I'm moving the phone because it's windy and I don't want the wind to get into the microphone of the phone because I don't have the external mic. I'm just improvising here as I usually do. So family bonds plays a big role. And again, I'm talking from experience because many Greek Americans have mentioned this, you know, and they do want to have they want to reconnect. You know how many videos I've seen of Greek Americans online of people coming back to Greece after years. They don't even speak Greek, like I'm mentioning, and then they're reconnecting with their yaya. You know, it breaks my heart because as a foreigner, I understand that very, very well. And I can only imagine if I didn't speak Spanish and I will go back to my home country and not speak the language and try to communicate through Google Translate or through an app, you know? It breaks my heart, man. It's a real disconnect when it comes down to family bonds. And yes, I am a family man. I am fully old-fashioned when it comes down to the family unit. I believe in the family unit, and I believe in the home. Okay, I believe that that's where change begins. If you want to change society, you want to change a country, you want to change anything, it starts at home. It starts with a family. And I have spoken about this before. And how important it is to have a family connection and bond, and yeah, having children, right? But many Greek Americans want to reconnect with their loved ones, before they pass away, because let's be real, a lot of young people, and when I say young, I'm talking about my age group, okay? They still have their yaya alive, and they want to come back. They want to see them. They understand that if they come again for the summer holiday, next summer they might not be around. And there's a lot of this that plays a big role of like, I want to be around in order to enjoy those last few years and at least reconnect with my family in Greece. So I understand this very well, like I'm mentioning here, because I have experienced that. And actually I'm living this as we speak, as I'm recording this video, okay? Because I don't have my family around here. Right? I took that sacrifice many, many years ago. So my family from Venezuela obviously is not here in Greece. It's just me and my Greek family, my wife and my 2 kids and my in-laws. So I understand this very well. It is painful. It is truly painful to be away from your family, from your mom, from your brothers, from your sister. It is truly painful. And to not be around your grandmother, especially when they pass away. My grandmother, like I mentioned, she just passed away a couple of months ago, and I was not there. So anyways, but that's a big reason for a lot of Greeks to come back here to Greece, okay? Family bonds plays a big role because, hey, they're Greeks. And the Greek family unit is very, very strong. And it's one of the reasons why I relocated here to Greece in the first place from the UK, because as soon as I became a father, I said, I want my kids to have that family unit and have that family bond so strong. And I want them to have a yaya and a papu. Okay, and that's the reason why I'm here in Greece as well, because I want them to grow up with those values. And finally, the cost of living. A lot of Greek Americans know that the cost of living here in Greece is much more affordable than in the States. And yeah, they want to come here and help and contribute, and they do a lot of good things here for the Greek community, all right? I know a lot of Greek Americans who have invested in many, many things. In fact, the school that my daughter goes, the only reason why that school is running is because a Greek American has given money to that village, to that horio, in order for that school to just be functioning, okay? So this is something that is very, very important for a lot of people, especially from the side of Greek Americans, that they wanna not only relocate here, not only they want to invest here, but at the same time, they know that the cost of living is much more affordable than in the States. Not only the cost of living for a lot of Greek Americans seems to be much more affordable in comparison to their life in the States, but at the same time, they can do many, many things with their income as well, like investing, like I've been mentioning here. Because once you have a little bit of income power, then you can give back to the community. And Greek Americans have expressed this even to me. Like, if I told you how many Greek Americans I know here just in the area that have invested, that have helped even family members to open businesses, you wouldn't believe me. Okay? And you don't know about this because they're not sharing it online. They're not out there talking about it, And, I've been the bridge between them and their cousin here in Greece, that they have opened an actual business. Meaning, from the cultural perspective, they want to have an insight of a foreigner, in this case me, and what's happening here in Greece in terms of investment and the cost of living and the realities of what is it like to live here. In terms of expenses, what type of income you need in order to live here in Greece, and if this business that I'm investing in this place, is it going to give enough money back to my family member that I'm trying to help, because I am a Greek American living abroad and I want to invest here for the people and for my family, so they can have a shop, so they can run. Okay, these are just very small examples of things that Greek Americans are doing here in Greece. And I think I'm diverting a little bit because I'm talking a lot about investing here in Greece from from the side of the Greek Americans. But at the same time, the Greek Americans that want to live here, of course, it's a no-brainer to say, I'm moving here to Greece. And actually, I'm moving to a village, and I'm not even living in Athens. I'm just going to live in a village because, yeah, the cost of living is much cheaper. Okay, and I can be here with, a fraction of the cost of what their life is in the States. And, for me, meeting all of these Greek Americans and the way they have reached out to me and the support that I get from them by watching these videos, it really humbles me. And like I said to you, I feel a sense of responsibility as well to communicate the real feelings of the Greeks as well, because the Greek Americans are disconnected as well with the way Greeks think. Okay, even though they are Greeks themselves living in America, I do realize that there is a disconnect. Okay, they believe when they come here and they want to do business or they want to buy a house or they want to do something, they seem to forget that this is Greece, this is not America. Okay, and it's just little things, and at times it's a culture shock. So I know for a fact that my videos serve as a bridge between them and Greece because I'm a foreigner. And I have said to them face to face when I have met them here, I said like, well, you know that this is not America, right? You don't do things like this. Just little things, right? Like here in Greece, things work like this. I'm sure your parents have told you about it, but you still do not comprehend how deep this goes in the culture. And I'm talking about little things, okay? It could be bureaucracy, it could be the mindset. This plays a big role. So it is a culture shock for a lot of Greek Americans when they come here because they have been here only for a couple of months and they understand how it is, but then they want to do something. And then they're in for a rude awakening when they realize that, hey, this is Greece and here we do things like this. And yeah, the people think like this as well. And this is something that they still have trouble trying to get used to. And I know this very well because I've lived away from my own home country. So when I go to Venezuela, which I haven't been for many years, by the way, if you're curious to know, about the last time I went, I did feel that disconnect. I felt that like I'm Venezuelan, but I still don't understand why my people are still thinking in a certain way and why they're still doing things in a certain way. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. I'm saying that this is what happens when you live abroad. This is what happens when you are away from your home country and you have adapted those beliefs and those customs and those things that makes the country what it is and what the Greek people is. And in my case, yes, I have adopted many things that the Greeks have. However, I'm still a foreigner and I can speak from both sides. Again, I can see that by meeting a lot of Greek Americans, I have been in a position just by default to be in the middle and say like, yeah, you're right, okay, because that's the way things work in America. But here in Greece, if you do it like this, you're gonna get a lot of resistance and it's not gonna work. And actually, yeah, you might want to do this like this, but then it's not really like that. So this is the way around it. And I have found myself many times in encountering a lot of Greek Americans that I have spoken to, that this is the way it goes and this is the way it is. And then I realize how foreigners they are, like they're really disconnected with Greece in many ways. I mean, they have an idea, but then as soon as they want to integrate into the community, not integrate, but they want to do something here, and by the way they're communicating certain ideas and things, I feel like I am more Greek than the Greeks, because I said like this is not gonna work here, man, and I'll tell you why. Okay, and it's a real awakening to see this, and I have been in that situation as well. Okay, I've been in that situation because when I speak to other Venezuelan friends of mine, and I talk about certain things, they very quickly tell me like, Daniel, you have no idea what's first of all going on in Venezuela locally. Okay, you might have ideas, but you don't know what's happening, and if you don't know exactly what you're talking about because you live away, you're not in Venezuela anymore. And I'm talking from experience, my friend. So I've been there, and I have seen it from my side, and I see it with the Greek Americans, that as much as they want to come here and enjoy even a good cost of living, like a much more affordable cost of living, and that comes with a price as well. and meaning that culturally it's a shock. They have to adapt to many things, and they even might even be perceived as of something else as well. Okay, whatever that means. Okay, so I truly want to help people with my videos to see the beauty of Greece, and at the same time I want to help foreigners that want to come here to Greece enjoy what Greece has to offer. I also want to help with my content, since this is the direction that this channel has been taking since I started it as well. Help a lot of Greek that are abroad reconnect with Greece without, I'm not an immigration officer, I'm not an immigration expert or anything like that, but I've been in that position because of these videos to just show the real side of Greece as a foreigner and as someone who lives here. Like I said, I'm just a regular guy with 2 kids, a family, and I live my life here. I have to figure it out as everybody else, and I do what I have to do in order to carry on with my life, and I have good intentions. My intentions are pure with my content. I have always come from a place of service and giving, and try to have, I guess, a sense of belonging. It's similar to the sense of belonging that the Greek Americans have as well, because we all want to belong. And because I'm a foreigner, I guess I will always feel like a foreigner in a sense that I want to belong somewhere, and I'm here in Greece, and I feel at home. I feel at home, and the bell rings. I truly feel at home, even though I'm a foreigner, and I'm forever blessed that I live in this country, and I'm forever blessed of how welcoming has been and all the support that I have gotten in the face of adversity, because it has not been easy. Okay, so if you're a Greek American thinking about moving here and you want to reconnect with your roots, it's not easy. Okay, because for me, being away from Venezuela, like I mentioned, and I grew up in Venezuela, by the way, it has been very, very tough. And whenever I have been back to Venezuela, it was really, really tough. And but I have nothing but love for my country, and nothing but love for my roots, really. Actually, by living abroad, my roots have been even stronger now of my Venezuelan roots. I could be more Greek now than Venezuela, because I have costumes and cultural things that are more Greek, but I still have my Venezuelan roots, and that will never ever die. But it is dying, because even the language is dying slowly. And I don't speak much Spanish in my house, and it's something that I really want to bring back into my life and speak more Spanish, because I don't have many people to speak Spanish with anymore. It's been very hard. So I understand when Greeks Americans are abroad and they don't even speak Greek. I totally understand that, because that happens when you live abroad. If you don't speak the language, your own home, your language where you're coming from, it's a tough one. And I don't want that to happen to me. I want to be able to grow old and still speak Spanish and pass down that language, because this is where I come from. These are my roots. Anyways, guys, if you would like to learn more about moving to Greece and you're Greek American and you would like a step-by-step process or system on how to relocate here to Greece, then I have created a course called How to Move to Greece, okay? And I'm gonna launch that course very, very soon. You can join the wait list, find the link in the description, and there I'm covering absolutely everything that you need in order to relocate here to Greece. Some things might not be useful for you, like for example visa. Maybe you already have citizenship and you already have that in place, but when it comes down to finding a place to live, how to open things here, like get your AMCA, get your AFIMI, all the little things that people need to do in order to relocate here to Greece, this course covers absolutely everything. And this is for foreigners, but at the same time, this is a course that even Greek Americans can take in order for them to have a step-by-step process with all the information, all the links, all the resources you need in order to relocate here to Greece. You will find information in the link in the description. Just input your email so you can get a special discount when I launch this course, and as well you will get some special bonuses for the first few people that enroll in this course. Okay, you will find the link in the description. In the landing page, you can actually see a small video to get an idea of what this course is all about. Go and check it out right now, and I would love for you to be in that course and see you inside, so I can help you relocating here to Greece. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for all the love and support. Sa agapaw para poli. Much love from Naflio. I'll see you in another video.